Greetings once again, fellow girls, guys, and gaming fans. This is Small Archangel. Welcome back to 7 Days To Die Alpha 14. I am hoping I've got rid of my stutter issues in video. I'm kind of crossing, well, I'm not crossing my fingers. I'd have a job playing if I was, but metaphorically speaking, I've done a couple of things. Firstly, the long-awaited upgrade has finally been done. Yay! I've now got a rather better graphics card, which might help a little bit, though some textures in-game just look low-res because they are, I think. Some are even lower-res than they used to be, and that's just the way it is, I think. Secondly, what I've done, and this might be helpful to anybody else who's making videos and finding they've got stutter, if you have, like me, a dedicated drive to which you save your games, and mine's just an HD that I save to, but not my primary drive, and if you have an SSD as your primary drive, or even not as your primary drive, if you save your videos to OneDrive and then save your temp file through Shadowplay, if you use Shadowplay, to a different drive, to an SSD, which is a different drive to your videos, that eliminates stutter, which is really bizarre, but it works. I don't really understand it, but it does seem to work. Again, still got my fingers metaphorically crossed here. Okay guys, so you may, I hope, notice some improvements today. So if you watched the last episode or even the last couple of episodes, you can see we've got our nice sort of tower up here, which I've spent actually a couple of evenings just up here looking out for sort of zombies approaching, but it's pretty quiet around here now, even with max spawn settings on. It's day 111, 112 is the next horde, and what I actually want to do for that horde is something a little bit different, but you can see I'm currently crafting gunpowder and stuff, so that's what I'm doing in the background at the moment. I've been making bullets as well, which we'll just do that to make sure no wasps can get through or whatever. I'm just security conscious, what can I say? We'll go back down into our cave, our base. I would still like to have some sort of a bug out mechanism so that I can just kind of jump off the top of the tower safely, but that is going to have to be quite an extensive kind of bridge built there because of the amount of space that the pyramid itself takes up, frankly. So I'm not quite sure how to go about that, and I've got a different plan for today. For the moment, I'm just emptying some stuff out of my inventory here. We've got this, we're still making gunpowder, so that's just going to have to stay down there, frankly. But for today, what we're doing, we're actually going to head into the desert, because I've not spent very much time in the desert, but I think one of my subs said quite a while back, or probably actually more than one of my subs have said, if you want to make fuel, go get shale oil from the desert, and I have never done this, so we're gonna take our bike and we're gonna head into the desert, and in the next episode we'll be dealing with the horde, but for this one we're gonna head into the desert. Let me just check what we've got some gas there, we should have enough. It's not like we've got far to go to get into the desert anyway, it's only just here. We'll have to go away from the water, obviously, because if we're too close to the water, we know what'll happen. This time we'll try not to drive over the spikes. If we're too close to the water, we'll end up digging down and just finding water, which is no good at all. So I haven't done very much in the desert at all. There's a fair few resources I want in the desert, actually, which is why I'm bringing the bike, in spite of the fact it's not that far away, because I want to collect aloe and yucca, because I'm making cash and yucca juice, and also because popping pills is kind of inconveniently far away. What I've also been doing is making some of my own medicated bandages, so for that we need aloe plants, so we'll grab some of those while we're in the desert. It's also a very good place for finding nests and such, and cactus if you're into eating cactus, but it doesn't actually provide that much in the way of nourishment, so I don't generally bother. It's also a good place to harvest metal from car wrecks. Speak of the devil, there it is. That was something I have noticed as well, actually. Let's just stop the bike at this point. Bonk. Here we go. We've got I've got a really good quality wrench. Look at that, ace. I must remember to power it up, although I'll obviously lose some of the quality when I do that, which is why I haven't done it yet. I've got a claw hammer here and a wrench. Now, if we use our wrench on this car, we get a mixture of iron and metal pipes and all sorts of things. However, if we use the claw hammer, we get just fuel, gas only. There we go. So that's pretty cool, actually, and that is not something I knew till I tried it, because I was caught out with only a claw hammer and no wrench. So that is one thing I've discovered, is that if you just want to get gas out of a scrapped car, just hit it with a hammer, which seems a little bit unlikely, doesn't it, when you think about it. Right, we need to get a shot of all this water. I don't want to be digging no water. Looks like we might be safe to the right here. So I'm going to stop our bike here. There's a zombie. I'm going to leave the bike there because I don't know. I'm not going to hit the zombie with a hammer. I don't want to park the bike on the terrain because I know what's happening. I would have done that. Here we go. Now, one thing I'm hoping, since I've had a bit of an upgrade-a-thon with my computer, I haven't upgraded too much. I have done a little bit of a test of audio and things, but I might need to tweak some of my settings to make sure that the audio balance is correct. Shine damage, go away. So if the audio isn't quite right in this one, it just means I haven't tested it quite as much as I should have. Right, we'll grab that then. Some aloe. This is just what we need. There's another flaming lake over there. Oh. Let me just mark where we've left the bike, actually. I really don't want to be losing the thing, do I? Map. There we go. Quick waypoint. No point putting any other kind of waypoint on it, really, is there? Okay, come on. Now, have I got a shovel in here? No, I haven't. I've not got that many shovels, really, generally. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to make a stone one for the time being. Something for our tool crafting anyway. Although, we're going to have to arrest that for the time being. And then we'll do gunpowder and we'll use that afterwards. There we go. Well, that's a pretty decent quality. So, I'm going to get rid of my wrench and my claw hammer for the minute. Oh, look, there's another one. Yo, straight to the face. Wood. Nah, we can always use wood, but... Oops. There's not enough of those to scrap, so I won't bother. Okay, I'm just going to grab a few more aloe plants. Oh, I'm probably wearing a coat, actually, which is quite... Oh, yeah. Never wear a coat in the desert. I heard somebody scream. Where were they? There she is. Oh, yoy. Suddenly I'm thinking about it and I've lost my mojo and I can't shoot her. She's a goner, even though I didn't hit her in the... Ooh, hello, in the head. Definitely need... We've learned the recipes for both of those now. I actually managed to level up recently and we learned the recipe for the 9mm as well, which means the only one I really need to learn now, well, I suppose I need to learn... See, I still can't hit him. So we also need to learn the 10mm round, really, and the shotgun. Ideally, if I want to get some use out of those guns. Oops, and I have been making a few. Will you pick the thing up? I have been making use of, making more guns up and stuff as well. So we're wanting the heavy artillery if at all possible. Okay, I will stop getting distracted by birds' nests and things anything, honestly. I'm going to grab a few more of these because I don't know how to get through the bandages, particularly when I'm practicing my melee, as you can imagine. Okay, I think we've got enough plants by now. I've actually picked up quite a few yucca plants as well. I haven't counted. What have we got? We've got some yucca plants, we've got 34 yucca plants and even more aloe plants, so we're all set in that regard. There's a drop. I'm not even going to bother with that because we've got plenty antibiotics and various things. I've actually managed to bag myself a bunny, which is good because we actually need one of those for one of our quests, which they're still ongoing. I've taken off my coat because, frankly, we were stifling in it. And then I've got various other things. No, I did not mean to drop them on the floor. I've got various other things that we're going to empty out of here and into our bike as well. Like those, for example. We're not going to come across any more of those. And these. I hear somebody destroying something. Okay, and now we need to find somewhere to dig. Oh, our temperature's going up, so just don't look for a moment. I'm going to take all my clothes off. I'm going to leave my armour on, but take my clothing off. There we go. And we need to find somewhere to dig. Now, the problem we have at the moment is that we are at minus 25 metres, which we kind of know is our elevation because we had that kind of problem in our base. Because I didn't have very far that I could dig down. She's looking for me, isn't she? And what we need really is to go kind of uphill in order to start digging because I'm going to get on my bike and I'm going to go further down the road and see if we can find any. Oh, I do hate it when she does that. But we're right in front of the zombie, so I'm not going to stop here. Now, can we try that again, please? Okay. We're going to look to see if there's any kind of uphill in this desert at all, because if there is, that's where we probably want to go. Alternatively, I suppose we could start looking, let's just see actually, the map. We have desert also in the other direction, and actually that might be a better place to look. There's also a cave there. I think it's full of water, but let's just see. Can we go across country? I hate the fact that I have to get off the bike in order... No, because there's water. Okay, so we're going to go back in the opposite direction, because this is the nearer bit of desert, but in actual fact, I think it's all too low lying. The problem is that we have to dig down for 20-30 blocks in order to even get at the stone layer in the first instance. And as we know from our own base digging, we only go down about 25, less than 30 blocks, and then we hit bedrock. So it basically, if there isn't a stone layer to mine shale ore out of, we're not going to find any shale ore. So I think it's going to be just too low lying here. So we'll head for the desert that's out in the direction of the hub city and hope for better luck there. Well, here we are at the beginning of the desert. I don't intend to go too far into the desert. Okay, so it goes all uphill, so in actual point of fact it's going to be very much higher land than where we were before. We're at minus 1 metre, so that's at least 25 blocks higher up. Drop dead Fred. Okay. Now, I seem to recall there was an actual cave on the map here, so we're going to quick waypoint that and then head for that, because if we can go down a cave, I understand that shale ore could be found, like many of the other ores, in caves, and that might be a quicker way to start than having to dig our own mine, given that in fact we've gone past this cave a few times. Whether we can get down it safely is something else. I'm going to have to make some frames, but we can do that without any difficulty at all. Right, do not drive bike down cave. That would be a huge error. Alright, so we're going to make some frames. Wood frames. Oh, heck, I don't know. Give me 30 of them. There we go. And we're hot. And there's shrooms down there as well, actually, so I probably want those regardless. And there's a ton more aloe, so I'm just going to grab these. Unbelievable how many of these you can get through. Okay, and then yucca juice, because obviously I should have just brought some yucca juice with me, didn't think of it. Alright, so we're going to have a look down here. Now, I've got a stone shovel, and I've got my... I'm going to need blocks to be able to get out of here. So let me just take my wrench, and we'll just, in case some zombies decide to kind of pay us a visit, we're going to need to be able to get out of here. Sort of quickish. Like that. There we go. That's suits as a staircase there. And then I think we're going to be able to get out of here quite fine. And then we've got... I'm going to pick these mushrooms just because I really haven't found that many caves that have been passable. They've mostly been full of water. And then I think I saw a little cave in here as well. Where was that? Was that this one over here? It was. Now we're going to need some steps to get up to that sucker as well, but that's okay. We can do that. There we go. That should probably suffice. And then I'm going to leave my helmet back on. Whether it's too warm or not, because... Oh, looky! Perfect. This, can you see the specularity? That is shale oil. That is shale oil, or whatever it is called, I think. I can see some specularity there that's kind of purple. Actually, maybe I can't. Maybe it's just the light of the sky that's kind of going purple. That's quite annoying if so. Okay, let's see. No, that is not looking like it. Actually, it does look like it, but I don't think it... Oh my gosh. Never going to be able to get down there alive, am I? No, see, everything looks purple, actually. Everything looks purple. And it probably isn't what we're looking for. Now, we're probably going to need... I will use my shoveling point of fact. We're going to need to get down here, and it's going to be a little awkward, I think. So, probably the best thing to do is to try and dig ourselves an access to this. Kind of like this. It's a risky strategy, but I've done it before with a certain amount of success. Okay. Oh, and we found another little cave in here as well. More mushrooms, nice. Oh, pick them up. And it's very dark down here, in spite of my head torch, and in spite of the fact that it's still daylight, though there ain't that much daylight left. And I'm just hoping to catch a glimpse, but I don't know that we're going to get any shale oil appearing in here, shale oil appearing down here, because this isn't far enough down. Basically, what we have to do, that's mushrooms. What we have to do is go down far enough to hit the stone layer. So as I say, that's going to be about 30 blocks down or something. So here, I think we'll just drop down here, pick these shrooms, and then see if we can place some more of these to be able to get back up there. And we'll just do this with them, I think. And that's probably the easiest way of being able to get up there. Okay. I'll pick all the mushrooms because I want to be able to make myself some veggie stew. Now our garden's going and we've got lots of things to make stew out of. Apart from mushrooms. Nice. Now, what we're going to have to do is just dig straight sort of down from here, really. So our entrance is there. And we're going to have to designate this our desert mine and kind of keep coming out here, I guess. And if I'm clever about the way I dig down, we should be able to dig down without... well, without getting ourselves stuck in here, so... going to ignore those. We've got plenty of potassium nitrate at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about those. There it goes. And then we'll dig a little bit further, and we're already a fair few metres down, plus 9 metres. Okay, that's higher than we started, which is a bit weird. But we need to dig down until we get to the stone layer. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get home in time for dark tonight, but maybe I'll just stay down here. I am, after all, in a cave and digging downwards, so the likelihood of Zed's finding me is hopefully not that high. So, I need to just make sure that we can still get out of here. By doing that. And then I'm going to keep digging down till we hit stone. There we go, there's the stone layer. So now we're going to need our pickaxe. And I've got my durability up sort of fairly high, so it's probably going to take a little while to get through that. There we are. But I think from what I've read from people searching out this precious stuff, what they've suggested doing is actually sort of staying, whoops, on the surface of the stone and just digging until you see what looks like shale oil on the surface of the stone. So we might be better served. If just wanted to collapse and kill me, we might be doing better to do that. Just dig like this until we see something. Or we might be better digging down. I'm honestly not sure which. But like many other ores, it's not necessarily going to be particularly easy to find or to spot, because I've never really seen it before. I know it's kind of purplish, that's all I really know. But as I say, get to evening time like this and everything looks purple anyway. So I think what I might do is sort of dig down from here. And it might take a little while, but if I find anything, you guys will be the first to know. Well, it's definitely night time now. It's 11 PM. I'm hoping my bike's where I left it and not despawned or anything dastardly. And I've done quite a way down, but you can see, there it is. That's pretty much it. It's got to be. I don't know how much of it there is. Oh, a teeny weeny puny tiny little bit, and that's it. So, but that's it. Look, oil shale 200. So if we found a decent seam of that, that would actually be really, really worthwhile how we're getting. So I'm just going to have a bit of a dig around here and see if I can find any more. Yeah, there we go. There's some more just there. And we've got some other ores too. And yeah, I can see a little bit more there. I'm assuming that we're going to find seams of this stuff at the same place as we found other ores. Yeah, we've got coal ore and, I don't know, some potassium and maybe here as well. So this has actually been a worthwhile venture, and I might be stuck in a cave in the middle of the night, but I feel fairly secure down here, perhaps foolishly. I don't feel like I'm going to get mobbed by Zeds any second. There we go. So I'm actually going to mark this cave on the map. I mean, we can see it on the map as it is, but I'm going to mark this. I'm going to take away our temporary marker, and I'm going to mark this with a save point of our own with an X, and I'm going to call it oil shale mine, or oil shale min, because we don't have enough letters. So there we go. Okay, let's see how much of this stuff can we actually get. There's a little bit more in this kind of direction. Looks kind of glittery. And there's some more of it there. I think, actually maybe that's, yeah, I think that was perhaps masquerading, and actually it wasn't. There's some more there as well. So I'm going to grab as much of this as I can. And I think we have to process it into oil by cooking it, either in the forge or else the campfire, I'm not sure. So I'm going to grab, oops, careful, as much of this as I can while I'm down here. And then in the next episode, as I say, we're going to make a lot of munitions, possibly some explosives to deal with the horde. And we're going to have fun with the horde, but before that, I think we'll start out by seeing if we can refine some of this oil shale into, well, gasoline, into barrels of oil. And then we can make lots more gasoline. We don't need to worry too much about. Yeah, I don't really want the stone. I've got tons of the stone. Now I'm going to have to make sure I don't get myself stuck down here as well. Kind of lost the plot. Can't find a way out. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be all happening in the next episode. So I do hope that you will join me then. For now, I'm going to spend perhaps much of the night down here, but I will make sure I'm back at base by the start of the next episode. And until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Do feel free to leave me any comments as well. And till I see you in the next episode, keep gaming, keep surviving, and happy mining. Bye bye for now.